Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Buzzier Bees, a mod that adds in a whole bunch of extra bee content, and a little bit more. Let's start off with the blocks it adds. There are candles, decorative building blocks, banners, honeyed lamps, beehives in each of the standard wood types, and 3 new flowers. Next, let's talk about candles. They come in a wide variety of colors. You can make soul candles, or regular ones. Just add some dye, and you get yourself the color of choice. When placing them, anywhere from 1 to 4 can be in a space, just like sea pickles, giving off more light with more candles. Speaking of light, you can see the range of how each one changes as I add more. It's actually a little bit more than your standard torch. Let's talk about Apiarists. You can find them in villages. Often, they'll have some pretty good trades, though starting off they might appear a bit weak. Later on you can get some much better trades once you've leveled them up a bit, like honey wands, bottles of bees, or 4-leaf clovers, among others. Honey pots are the workstation for these Apiarists. You can add comb, bottle it up, or honey bottles. Take it back out, or if it's full, you can get yourself a honey block. Talking about that honey wand, what's it do? Well, if there's a hive that is full, for starters, you can use it on that without needing to have smoke underneath the hive. Then you can even eat the honey straight off of it. You can also stick it into one of these honey pots, convert it into a honey in a jar. Now those 4-leaf clovers, they can be crafted into potions of luck, 1 or 2, while they'll increase the possibility of getting better loot in chests or when fishing. You can also convert these into potions of bad luck, 1 or 2, which will do the opposite. Let's talk about bottles. You can bottle any bugs that you want, namely silverfish, endermites, or bees. This makes it a lot easier to get them home. Now let's talk about food. Besides the sticky honey wand, there's a honey apple, honey bread, and glazed pork chop. Each one is just an apple, bread, or pork chop with honey in a bottle combined. The benefits are slightly better versions than the originals. Let's talk about mobs. Mooblooms, to be specific. They give you a sunny effect, which can help you give sunny effects, basically any kind of effect you might get if you're normally in the sun, which can help you fend off many of the undead. Besides that though, if you take a pair of shears to one, you'll convert it back into a cow and get the buttercups off their backs. If you try breeding them with a cow, it won't work. They have to be another Moobloom. Given a few moments, you'll get a baby Moobloom, which you can't shear until it becomes an adult. Now to further explain that sunny effect, I've got a zombie here who is under that sunny effect. He's undercover, but yet he dies. It's also a good deterrent for phantoms, among other mobs. Let's talk about scented candles. Scented candles are where the strength of this mod lies. You can get some really good effects on these gold-based candles here, or you can make some that will give you negative effects with the silver base. For starters, let's choose an Allium scented candle. You'd think, oh, these bees are going to get burned with this campfire underneath it. Or I would. But no, not the case. When you've got one of these scented candles nearby, it gives a fire resistance effect. Now let's talk about Dandelion and Blue Orchid scented candles. To give myself hunger, these will refill your hunger meter slowly over time. I sped this up considerably just so you could see the benefits. And here we have Cornflower scented candles. What better way to get into and over your fences than with a little jump boost? Next we have the Oxeye Daisy. This one will grant a regeneration effect. It's really good for keeping things alive. And here we have the hypocritical candle, the Poppy. This one here will give you night vision, but it also lights up like a normal candle does. Interesting. And who can forget the Buttercup scented candle? This one will give you the sunny effect, just like a bunch of the Mooblooms would. Talking about the negative ones, we've got the Wither candle. You guessed it, you get wither. We've got the Lily of the Valley candle. This gives you poison. Then there's the Azure Bluet, which gives blindness. Then pink and white clover scented candles both give you the same effects. Bad luck. It's the opposite of regular luck. The red tulip, orange tulip, white tulip, and pink tulip scented candles all give the same effect as well, that of weakness. Let's talk about candle range. By placing one down, it will affect a block radius of 1 block around it. By having another candle in place, it'll go 2 blocks out, 3 and 4 as you see here. It will also extend above and below the candle in the same number of blocks. Just so you don't get confused, the pink clover, the white clover, they don't give off particles, but the buttercup does. So if you can find these rare things out in the world, you'll be all set. So if you enjoyed this itty bitty bit by bitty, please be sure to give a like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, come visit us on Twitch, and as always, help us spread the mischief to others. See you guys next time.